Welcome to the Fantasy and Frames Rookie Prospect Profile Series, where we're breaking down the 2023 rookie class to find out which players you should draft on your fantasy football team. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us everywhere on social media for more awesome fantasy football content. Now let's find out who we're talking about tonight. That would be Mr. Kenny McIntosh. He is a 22-year-old senior running back from the University of Georgia. McIntosh finally saw his time to shine this past season after spending much of his career behind guys like DeAndre Swift, Zamir White, James Cook, all out of the University of Georgia because they're the running back factory. So why don't we talk a little bit about how McIntosh will continue to give the University of Georgia that sterling reputation that they have at the running back position. McIntosh comes in at 6'1", weighing about 218 pounds. This gives him a slight edge over other running backs that are going to be drafted around his range. And when I say his range, I'm talking about the second round and beyond of your Dynasty draft and likely day 2 of the NFL draft. Some of the great things about McIntosh is that this season, he saw significant usage in the passing game. In fact, McIntosh was one of only 3 SEC players that had both a 500-yard receiving season and a 500-yard rushing season, and he scored at least 10 touchdowns. He isn't built to be one of the old school running back types. Think of like a Nick Chubb or a Derrick Henry. His playing style is really much more modern and comparable to guys like Austin Eckler, Alvin Kamara, even Tony Pollard. Those players use their skills to become dual threats in both the run game and the passing game. And McIntosh is definitely one of those multi-talented players that can be used in several aspects of the offense, which will make him a very valuable fantasy asset, which we'll get to in a minute. Now, you got to take the good with the bad. So some of the not so great things about McIntosh are going to be that he's a little bit older. He's 23 years old. So by the time the season starts, he's going to be older than a lot of those other guys that he's getting drafted with. Because he played behind so many great running backs at Georgia, he's got limited experience, which means that he's still developing those skills. And also because he's a little bit taller, he tends to run too upright, which really limits his ability to get physical with those defenders. For fantasy purposes, when it comes to drafting McIntosh, those of us who play in a PPR format should absolutely have him on our radar. What McIntosh brings to the table and what really makes him stand out, more so than his other counterparts, is going to be that pass catching ability. In my opinion, he has a much higher ceiling than most other rookie running backs that are coming out this year. While at Georgia, something that you should note is that he lined up in the slot. That could mean that he could be used in both positions, kind of like an Antonio Gibson. If he's drafted on the right team and given a similar role in the NFL to the role that he played at Georgia, there's no reason that McIntosh shouldn't have an immediate boost on your Dynasty team. For more in-depth rookie Dynasty analysis, remember to check out our content here at Fantasy and Frames on our YouTube channel and everywhere on social media. And if you like what you heard, give us a like, a share, a follow. I'm Stacy Perez, and you can find me on Twitter at Stacy_Perez83. Until next time.